For this next section, what I'd like you to do is practice solving linear equations. So go ahead and pause this video and try these. If you get stuck, you can resume and we can do them together. If you finish the whole page and feel pretty good, then just skip right to the end of this video and you can check your answers against what I got. Okay, so let's solve these together now. So for this first one, I want to get m on its own. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides, which gives me m is negative 16. And I want to check my answer. So I'm going to check if the left side equals the right. And so on the left, I'm saying m is negative 16. So negative 16 plus 4, which is negative 12. So I get negative 12 equals negative 12, which means our solution is correct. All right, on the next one, I'm going to add 7 to both sides to isolate my x on the left. And that gives me x is 20. And let's verify our solution. And so we're saying 20 minus 7 equals 13, which, yes, is correct. All right. For the next question, we're going to add 9 to both sides to get rid of the minus 9 on the left. And that leaves us with m equals negative 4. So now we can check if our left side equals our right side. And we get negative 4 minus 9, which is negative 13. So yes, it does. All right, next one, we're going to add 6 to both sides. That leaves us with p is negative 5 plus 6, which is positive 1. And when we check this, we'll have 1 minus 6, which is negative 5. So yahoo, we are correct. All right, next one, we're going to add 15 to both sides. That leaves the v on its own. And I'm left with v is, what is that? Negative, no, yeah, negative 12. Okay, and then we can check that. By the way, remember you can use your calculator on that. So I could have punched in negative 27 plus 15. And let's just check if the right side equals the left side. So I'm saying negative 12 minus 15 is negative 27, which, yes, is correct. So we know our solution must make sense. All right, on this next one, we have x's on both sides. We want to collect our x's on the left. And so to do that, I'm going to subtract 8x from both sides. Then on the left, I've got 9x minus 8x. That gives me 1x, or just plain x. On the right, these 8x's just go to 0, so they're gone because 8x minus 8x is 0. So I'm just left with x equals 3. And let's verify that. And so we're saying x is 3, so 9 times 3 gives me 27. And on the right-hand side, I've got 8 times 3 plus 3, which is 24 plus 3, which gives me 27. So that allows me to verify that solution. The next one is similar. Again, we've got x's on both sides. We want to collect these x's on either the left or the right. I'm going to collect them on the left. So I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides. That gives me 1x, or just x, equals 3. And then we can verify our solution here. So we've got 7 times 3 on the left, which is 21. And on the right, we have 6 times 3 plus 3, which is 18 plus 3, or 21. I don't know about you. I love writing the little check mark. Makes me feel good. All right. Next one gets a little bit more difficult. And by the way, there's a few ways we can do this. You could subtract 16n from both sides, but you'll end up with a negative number or negative variable, and we haven't talked about that quite yet. So to avoid that whole situation, I'm going to start by subtracting 4 from both sides. Okay, that's going to leave me with 16n is 15n minus 4. And then I want to collect my n's on one side. So to do that, I'm going to subtract 15n from both sides. That leaves me with a single n equals -4. So many ways to do them, and not one way is better than another, really. Okay, let's verify our solution. And so on the left, I have 4 plus 16 times -4, which I'm going to have to pull out a calculator for. So we've got 4, and that's going to be minus what? 4 minus 64, which is -60. And on the right-hand side, we're going to have 15 times -4, which is once again -60. So yes, that makes sense. All right, the next two get a little bit more complicated in that we have x's and numbers on both sides. Your objective is to collect your variables, or your x's in this case, on one side and the numbers on the other. So I'm going to start off by subtracting 3x from both sides. That will leave me with a single x on the left, and then I still have that -5 equals 2. Now I'm going to add add 5 to both sides, which would give me x equals 7. And we can verify our solution. So we're saying x is 4. So this would be 4 times 7 minus 5, which is 28 minus 5, or 23. Let's see what we get on the right. So we've got 3 times 7 plus 2, which is 21 plus 2, or 23. So yes, our solution makes sense. And this last one, I'm going to start by subtracting 5x from both sides. That leaves me with x plus 2 equals -4. And then I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides to end up with x is -6. And then to verify this solution, I would have 6x plus 2 and 5x minus 4. So 6 times -6 plus 2 gives me -36 plus 2, which is -34. And on the right, I have 5 times -6 minus 4, which is -30 minus 4, which is -34. So yes, this makes sense. I hope that was fun. I'm going to just scroll up for those of you who might be joining right at the end of the video, so you can compare your answers the whole way down the sheet.